I am Glenn Bolton, and I am principal of Clarenville Middle School. And I am proud to be principal of Clarenville Middle School when I look around at the number of students that are here right now that really don't have it. So that's first. I want to welcome all of our invited guests. I guess WestJet is here in spirit, although they're not actually here. We have Christine Morgan from Ronald McDonald House in St. John's. We have Susan Dean, who's here representing at least, I call people an executive assistant, but it's not. She's working with Judy Foote. She's constituency officer. We have Fraser Russell, who's the mayor of Clarenville, and we have Lee Wasman, who's going to speak on behalf of, I guess, the family a little bit, and we'll have a couple surprises to go through at the end. Wow, it's been an emotional ride the last few months as we watched Darian and his family struggle with his diagnosis and his treatment. I remember finding out pretty early on through school administration. We always find things out early. And I remember coming into this very stadium to watch my son play hockey. And I sat down in the seat, and I thought about my own family, and I thought about what the Hunt family must be going through, and I thought about what in the world Clarenville Middle School could do to support Darian and the family. At the time, it seemed like, to me, the whole community was kind of holding its breath. And then the community responded. We had one massive yoga session, as many of you will remember. It was the first official event I remember in trying to think about the Hunt family, and that was a real focus on positive thoughts that night, and there was some money raised, and it was a great event. And it was at the middle school, and I'm here because I'm principal of middle school. But this is not really about the middle school, this is about the community. And the community responded, and the community really led the way for the school. And as a school, we were able to put out several fundraisers, and at the same time, we were putting out fundraisers, and our students responded in an amazing way. At the same time we were doing that, Riverside was doing exactly the same thing down there. So it's not about our school, it's about the entire community. Of course, you know me, papers are all over the place. Just, a couple more things around the school. We did I want to recognize the students that are here today. I've already done it, but man, they responded. But the reason I think they responded is because we learn from our parents and from our community. And students, while this is a terrible situation, I think students have learned something. Look around the room. For those adults in the room, take a look around at all the students that returned. The fundraising, anything we did for cancer, for the Janeway, was funded phenomenal. Students just, I say ponied up, but students certainly were there to support whatever we did. The last dance, just before we hosted the Janeway Telethon, the door was for money to go to the Janeway. $679 at one dance on the door. That's amazing. And I think the message for students, and unfortunately it takes something like this sometimes to teach the lesson, but I think students, if you take a look around today, that community is larger than just Clarenville. Ronald McDonald House is here, and you'll hear a little bit about what they've done to support the Hunt family. WestJet is not here, but you'll see, and I know a lot of you have already seen the amazing video that they've done and what they have done to support and surprise the Hunt family. Just absolutely amazing. So to my students, this has been about learning about community and what the power of community can do and how much value the community can have. and we've seen it through this, and it has, you know, it's a terrible thing. I can't imagine what that family has gone through and what they're going through. And I know that they wanted this event today connected to the school so we could connect it to the community, so that they would have an opportunity to say thank you. And I can't even imagine that they have the energy to think about thanking us at this point in their lives. It's, I really appreciate that as well on behalf of the school. Anyway, I think that's about all I really need to say. I am here to kind of coordinate this a little bit, and I will ask Christine Morgan from Ronald McDonald House to come forward and talk a little bit about their role.
Good morning, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning from Ronald McDonald House Charities, Newfoundland and Labrador, in St. John's, to express our deepest gratitude and thanks on behalf of the Hunt family to the entire Caronville community for your tremendous outpouring of love and support through Darian's journey. Just being here now today in Caronville and seeing so many faces coming out here today to support a family that was in crisis and it continues to be in that crisis is a tremendous amount of inspiration to us. Every day at Ronald McDonald House, families are disrupted with a child's illness and need to travel far from home. Every day when a child has been diagnosed with an illness or injury, for the family, world stops in an instant. Nothing else matters than healing their child. To get the medical attention required, a family must often travel far from home. They may be required to stay days, weeks, or even months for medical tests and treatments, doctor's appointments. During this most difficult time, parents not only struggle to support their sick child, they have to care for their other children, maintain their jobs, pay bills, and continue to manage the responsibilities of everyday life. This is where Ronald McDonald House comes in. Ronald McDonald House Charities helps families with a sick or injured child stay close to each other and the care and resources they need when they need it the most. Ronald McDonald House offers families so much more, though, than just a roof over their head. We have trained staff and dedicated volunteers that are committed to providing comfort and care to families for the number one reason, so they can focus on healing their sick child. Since Ronald McDonald House Newfoundland and Labrador opened here in our province in 2012, we have accommodated 970 families from all over our province, providing them with more than 20,000 nights of accommodations. With the cost of hotels on the rise in St. John's, it's estimated that just having Ronald McDonald House, Newfoundland and Labrador in St. John's, we've saved those families $3.3 million in lodging costs alone. After Troy's 13-year-old son, Darian, was diagnosed with leukemia in November of 2016, the family first had to go to St. John's, nearly 200 kilometers from their hometown here in Caronville, so Darian could undergo his treatment. Since more than 70% of all Canadians live outside a city where their children's hospital is located, when a child becomes sick, families had to travel hundreds of kilometers to get the treatment and care a family needs. For 134 nights, the Hunt family were our guests of the Ronald McDonald House, Newfoundland and Labrador. In March of 2017, Darian needed to go to Toronto to undergo a special stem cell transplant procedure, in which his father was a match and was donating it by him. Darian and his mom and dad then moved into the Ronald McDonald House, Toronto, where they remain to this day as Darian continues to recover. Darian's diagnosis, his treatment, and separation has been difficult for the entire Hunt family and the entire community here. especially since Darian's 10-year-old sister has remained here in Clarenville with her grandparents throughout most of the treatment, so she can continue to maintain her everyday routine, attend school, and of course keep up with her studies. Making it harder is the fact that Darian misses his teammates on the Pee Wee Clarenville Caraboose hockey team, which Troy was a coach. To ensure that he could provide Darian with all the support, love, and strength he needed, Troy gave up his head coaching duties after Darian's diagnosis. Please know that the Hunt family deeply appreciate and miss each and every one on that team. Not to mention all of his classmates and friends and families here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Throughout Darian's time away, the Clarenville community and the many people across Newfoundland and Labrador and even across our country have rallied behind this family, hosting fundraisers and providing the family with practical and moral support. On behalf of the Hunt family, it is my distinct honor to be here today to express their sincere gratitude to the entire Clarenville community for their outpouring of love and support through Darian's difficult journey. If there is one thing that we've learned at RMHC, there is an overwhelming amount of community and love behind every sick child and their family, and it's certainly true here in Clarenville. Together with WestJet and Ronald McDonald House Charities, which we are one of only 8 national partners with the WestJet Cares for Kids program, WestJet today released a new video celebrating coaching dads, and to highlight how Ronald McDonald Houses help keep families of sick children close. Every dollar that's raised for Ronald McDonald House, you're helping a family, just like the Hunt family, stay close when they need it. The new video, A Father's Day Surprise, is perfect timing. It puts a heartwarming spotlight on the Hunt family from Clarenville, Newfoundland.
Hi, Mr. Hunt. I'm Christina. I'm with WestJet. We know Father's Day is approaching, so we got you a little surprise.
To say it was the hardest day of our lives is an understatement. That night I go to the gym and the phone rings and it's Ned and says, you gotta come home. Dr. Bregman's on his way here. I meet the doctor actually in the driveway and I said, this can't be good. He says, no, Darren's got leukemia.
We're told, pack your bags, and I looked at my doctor and I said, okay, we'll be there tomorrow. He says, you have to leave right now.
We managed to get a place here at Ronald McDonald House. Financially, without this, as a family, we could never afford to be here. It's a blessing, it really is. I coach the Clarenville Pee Wee minor hockey team. I've been coaching them now for a number of years. For us, hockey it's been everything because Darian loves hockey. The people that we involve ourselves with in hockey are like family. Since November, Darian, myself, we haven't been on the ice, we haven't been around the kids playing hockey. We miss that a great deal.
Immediately, Troy called me. He was telling me in tears that his son had just been diagnosed with leukemia. But he still made time to call me and make sure that I had practice covered. Darian needed a stem cell transplant. Troy was a match. He is the donor for Darian. There's definitely a void with him not being here. They're certainly missing him. They're missing Darian.
It's been quite a while since we've seen our daughter.
We kind of decided that we would try to keep things as normal as possible for her, keeping her around her friends.
It's been 2 months since I've seen my family. It gets really lonely.
If I had one wish, it would be that we could bring our family together.
I know we brought you in here today to discuss some special plans that we want to do for Troy and Darian when they return home, but that's not exactly true. Thanks to WestJet, we're leaving today to go visit Darian and Troy. Welcome to our McDonald House. We're in the way.
is my princess. I love my little girl. I miss her so much.
Hi, Mr. Hunt. I'm Christina. I'm with WestJet. We know Father's Day is approaching, so we got you a little surprise.
Troy is such a good dad and a fabulous coach, and I just wanted to give him something just to show how much he's appreciated by everybody.
When he woke up this morning, it was a bit of a rough morning, and when he saw his friends, he went from not feeling great to probably one of the best days that he had since he'd been here. It was amazing just watching him interact and smile and be a kid.
When he saw his friends, I saw the light in his eyes. That's usually there. He needed it. I'll never forget this.
And just watching him interact with his friends while sitting and having a meal, me sitting with people that I know having a meal, it just felt good to be normal again.
We can't say thank you enough to WestJet for partnering with Ronald McDonald House Charities to do exactly what we do, keep families close. I know for many of you, this is your first time seeing this video, and it's very powerful, and it's got a tremendous impact, especially as we're all gathered here today at the Eastlink Event Center to watch this. We'll just take a quick moment, and we'll play it one more time there. And of course, it's always available. It's on YouTube, and WestJet has already been sharing that through social networks. And you can certainly find it on the Ronald McDonald House Newfoundland and Labrador Facebook page as well.
What do we say to Ronald McDonald House and WestJet for putting that together? Pretty powerful stuff. I have the privilege to introduce Lee Wiseman, who's going to talk about what took place last week, I guess it was, and give a little bit of information about that, and what went into the WestJet trip and visit to Toronto and all that. Most of you will know her. She's been involved in this since the beginning. She signed on as a manager for a hockey team, and little did she know, I guess this is where it would end up. I think as a friend of the family as well, kind of further gave her the responsibility to organize and help out with all these community events. So she's certainly had a busy time with it. She's done a lot of work with this, and she deserves a round of applause as well for some of the things that she's done.
Thank you, Glenn. Good day, everyone. Wow, wasn't that something? When approached by a lady named Judy from the Ronald McDonald House in Toronto a few weeks ago to ask if I could help plan a special surprise for a special boy and a special dad, my immediate response was, of course, just tell me what to do. I would like to think that anyone given the opportunity to help put a smile on the faces of a family that had been through so much would do the same. Needless to say, Judy and I became very friendly over the last few weeks, and we texted, phoned, and emailed probably more than I do my family and close friends. As representatives from Darien and Coach Troy's hockey team, their friends, and really the broader community, we were invited to travel to Toronto, accompany Darien's sister Kaya, and be part of this special Father's Day surprise. As you can imagine, this took an awful lot of planning, secrets, and even some little white lies pull off, but it was totally worth it. I'm sure you can all agree. As you've seen from this video, Kaya and the boys were only told of this plan the day we left for the airport. Their cell phones were confiscated, their bags were already packed, and after some interviews, we were ready to go. We were accompanied by the crew from Studio N, the creative minds behind this video, and our lovely WestJet representative, Jennifer. Upon arrival in Toronto, after we and everyone else in the baggage claim area dried our eyes from Netta and Kaya's emotional reunion, we met Jennifer's colleague, Liz. They both went above and beyond to ensure we were well taken care of for the duration of our stay. I also finally met Judy, the lady that I felt like I'd known for a very long time, and of course she was just as lovely in person. Now we had to wait. The big surprise wasn't happening until the next day. Fast forward to the Ronald McDonald House Monday morning. After a nice walk through downtown Toronto, two awesome local WestJetters met us at the door, and we went inside to begin what we had came there for. The first surprise was Kaya, and what a surprise that was. Then the Hunt family were asked to come for an interview, which led them to us. As you can tell from the video, the #1 goal in helping put smiles on the faces of a family, it certainly happened. After many hugs and tears, everyone played some ball hockey, moved into the theater to play some video games, and then had a really nice lunch together. There were also some other very special moments that were not shown in this video. We were treated to the Hockey Hall of Fame and the Ripley's Aquarium, which we got to share with Darian and Troy and Kaya as well. We also just got to hang out. The boys were able to be boys, lazing around Darian's room watching that night's hockey game. Troy and his friends went in for a couple of beers. It allowed for a little bit of normal for a family that in the last 7 months, life has been anything but. Troy, Darian, Netta, and Kaya are very thankful for this opportunity. Because of WestJet and the Ronald McDonald House charities, they reunited their family and had the opportunity to see some familiar faces and friends and teammates. Since Darian's diagnosis, every time I speak to Troy or Netta, they also express their sincere gratitude to all of you. Their community and the positive way you have come together to offer your support. Knowing they have such a support network at home has helped them push through tremendously. At this point, I would also like to express some thanks of my own for this opportunity. Thanks to my new friend Judy and everyone at the Ronald McDonald House charity. Judy always made sure that the Hunt family and their happiness were her #1 priority. Also to Christine from the Newfoundland and Labrador Ronald McDonald House for coordinating this event today. The Ronald McDonald House is certainly a home away from home when faced with situations like the Hunt family and so many others have to face. Thank you to WestJet and our lovely hosts Jennifer and Liz. Those ladies are amazing and so caring as they got to know everyone that was involved. Also to the crew at Studio N, they were very kind and professional in creating this special video for the family to treasure. Thanks to Todd Cole and the crew here at the EEC. The group that came to Clarenville, they called Todd a great ambassador for our town, and I think we can all agree. Thank you so much, Todd, for your help. And thanks to the people that made the trip. There was never any question if you would do it or if you could do it, just to count you in no matter what. The Hunt family were so happy to spend some quality time with familiar faces. And sometimes that's just the best medicine that someone needs. For me, this experience has been so full of emotions, all of them very good. Darian and his family will hopefully be home soon and be able to return to just being a kid, playing hockey, hanging out with friends, as well as something as simple as spending time as a family in their own home. These are the little things that everyone takes for granted, but so many people But for so many people, these are milestones in their recovery. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for sharing that story with us. It is truly amazing. Just makes me stop and think every time I look at that video. I looked at it a couple times this morning and imagine what the family has gone through and imagine what all the friends went through last week. And just, it was a fantastic thing. And thanks for sharing with us. I ask Mayor Russell to come and give a few words on behalf of the town of Clarendon.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This morning, my day began in the usual manner, and my wife, Sherry, said to me, "Fraser, you have to come here and see this." I had just gotten out of the shower, come out to get breakfast, went to the computer station, and I saw her crying, and I said, "My Lord, what is this?" And she put it on. And I have never seen anything as powerful in my life as that story this morning. I know the Hunts, I know them very well. I know what Troy has done for hockey in Clarenville, and of course he was obviously involved with the Clarenville Caribous as well. I get Darian's story every day because a friend of mine, Steve Holloway, happens to be a coach of the team. It is certainly a wonderful story. I want to thank everyone who helped in putting that wonderful story together. And on behalf of my fellow councillors and the residents of Clarenville, I want to thank McDonald House Charities and all of their partners, particularly WestJet, for this wonderful story. This is a very proud day for Clarenville. And when I get asked about our town, one of the things which I like to brag about is the manner in which our residents support projects like this. This is a great day for Clarenville, and I'm certainly proud that these sponsors have done so much for the Hunt family. Thank you very much.
And I will ask Christine Morgan to come back and on behalf of Ronald McDonald House Charities, have a few more words.
I have to say I am deeply moved and honored to be here. I can't reiterate that enough to see all the community support that's here in Clarenville. RMHC is deeply grateful to WestJet for their partnership and ongoing support. WestJet provides, through flight support, they give us flights for families, administration, and fundraising efforts. WestJet helps RMHC keep families close to sick children and the care they need to heal. And it's quite evident here in this video that they've been able to create this lasting memory for the Hunt family, a beautiful recollection and how important it is to keep families close when a child is sick. WestJet's gifts of flight donations to Ronald McDonald House Charities help ease the financial burden for families who need to travel for medical appointments, for both urgent care and ongoing treatments for their sick child. They help RMHC raise the needed funds for each Ronald McDonald House chapter right across Canada so that RMHC can help more families each year. They also bring families together when they need it most, no matter the distance. Through WestJet's Community Investment Program, the WestJet Cares for Kids, WestJet donates flights to support each of the 15 Canadian Ronald McDonald Houses by providing these flights for families, administration, and fundraising programs. And we just can't say thank you enough to this outstanding partnership with WestJet. WestJet brings families together. Because of them, tears of joy flow, hugs and kisses are shared, loving words of encouragement are spoken face to face. And families can hold their loved ones in their arms for the first time. We're so grateful to WestJet. I'd like to now extend thanks to Glenn Moulton, principal of Clarenville Middle School, for all your help in making sure that this wonderful community event had taken place and we could share this video with you in person. Tilley Wiseman, the coach of the hockey Clarenville Caribous, thank you so much for everything that you've done. You're an outstanding volunteer in your community. And I know that it's not something that you sign up for to be a manager of a team, but it certainly brought you on a great journey. Thank you very much. To the entire staff here at the East Link Event Center, thank you for making this even more special by being here and utilizing your building, the home of where the Darien's team practice. So thank you to the East Link Event Center. Well, it's been my distinct honor to be here with you today in person to share the release of this beautiful video. I can say thank you. I can say thank you, and I can only say thank you so much. Not only on behalf of the Hunt family, but on behalf of every family that walks through the doors of the Ronald McDonald House. Thanks to you for your tremendous support. Alone, we can do so little, but together, we can do so much. You have stood by this family, supported this family, prayed for this family, and today is a proud day in Clarenville. Before we conclude this event, I want to thank you all for taking time. I know this is a very busy time for everyone as school concludes and exams are underway. I have one final special message for everyone here today. Some touching family words from Troy Hunt.
Our deepest gratitude to WestJet and Ronald McDonald's Charities for the fantastic surprise, the Father's Day surprise, I guess, really, what they gave me last week, having Darien's friends and family and coaches and to come to Toronto and spend some time with us was truly remarkable. And to WestJet and Ronald McDonald's, thank you very, very much. Just want to give you a quick update on where things are with Darien and us right now. And just back from the hospital again today. Blood work, everything seems to be going quite well. Doctors are pleased with the progression and path that Darien's on. The only thing is he kind of needs to eat a little bit more. After not eating for almost 2 months, it's hard to kind of catch up right now. But he's trying. Things are going well. Things are on the right path now and progressing forward. I just want to pass on from me and my family our deepest gratitude, our deepest thanks to everyone in Clarenville, my hometown, Harbour Breton, Nida's hometown, Prince Rupert. The support that we've received ever since November to this point has been tremendous. And for me to single out any one individual, any one person, any one organization would be unfair because the support has been so phenomenal. It's incredible how thoughtful and kind people really are. It's been truly amazing. Even though at this point in our journey, it seems like it's a foreign roller coaster. One thing that's really come to light is how well people stick together, how well people stand up and support and help typical strangers in some cases, and in other cases, dear friends. So I just want to thank everyone, and as long as Darien is progressing the way he's progressing right now, we hope to see everyone soon, and thank you all.
All right, that brings us to the end of this event, really. I just want to thank everyone again for turning out, so that I think it's important to be able to give and help, and I think it was important for the Hunt family to have the opportunity to say thank you to. That's an important thing. And thank you all for coming out, lending your support throughout the year, and being here today. Thanks again to Ronald McDonald House in WestJet. Great video and a great opportunity for the Hunt family to have a little bit of normal, as Lee said. So thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon. And to my students, study for exams tomorrow.